What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be going over what's inside my 62K individual portfolio, and I will also touch on my exact positions, thoughts, risk, allocations, and future changes. Let's get straight into it. I'm a 23-year-old. I don't have a traditional 9 to 5. I'm not rich. I didn't come from money, but somehow I have built a 6-figure portfolio, all while being a full-time student, a military veteran, and someone just trying to figure life out. This is for the 20-year-olds who feel like it's too late, or the 19-year-olds who are tired of just stacking their money in a savings account, and for the old version of myself who felt like investing is for people who already had everything figured out. Why this video matters. I am not a financial advisor. This is just me showing you guys what works for me. My goals for my portfolio is as follows: early retirement, generational wealth, and freedom. My strategies are long-term holds, short-term plays, and growth stocks. My reason for sharing this now is to help anybody out there and just transparency for the community. Also to include a reflective moment for myself in the future. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, guys, so this is my portfolio. This is what you guys have been asking for. This is my long-term portfolio. Today, we're going to go over my long-term, which is my individual account. And I think we're just going to stick to that, so we're not doing too much. My strategy is a couple growth stocks, a couple long-term stocks, and then a bunch of ETFs. As far as my long-term portfolio, that's what I've been looking at recently. So because of that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 individual stocks. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 individual stocks, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've actually never looked at this like in depth, so I didn't prep for this video. I'm just going with it. So I have 4 individual stocks and 4 ETFs basically. I have 2 that are kind of similar to the S&P 500, but I chose them for totally different reasons. Vanguard is what I'm more referring to as closer to the S&P 500. And S&P Global is just a way to be more in tune to everything else, plus the US. So do your own research, to be honest, because I don't want y'all to just follow me just because I chose a specific stock. I'm not your advisor. For my individual stocks, Microsoft is probably number 1. Is my most secured position right now, as far as like I'm probably going to keep forever. NVDA is my number 1 growth stock for sure, and I have the most money in them. I bought at the wrong time. I just got hip to it. Constellation Brands is a short-term hold. I recently just got into this position probably last week Friday, so not even a full trading day I've been in this position, and I only got into this position because of the price point. As you can see, it's at the low end of its 52-week range, and it's the only company that hasn't jumped all the way back up. Also, Warren Buffett put this on my radar, so that's the only reason I got into it. And as soon as I make my probably 20% return, I'll get out and hold my cash, because I have to have some cash in the money market just for opportunities like this. Lilly is also my growth stock. They have been sitting at their 52-week range forever, and that's the main reason why I'm holding them until they get back up, and then I'll probably sell and wait for a crash or a dip and then rebuy them again. But if not, I might just hold them for a long term, because I know for sure I'm going to hold NVIDIA and Lilly long term. Well, I know I'm going to hold Microsoft and Lilly for long term. NVIDIA I know is a growth stock, which I'm probably going to hold forever, because it's not, I don't think it's going to, I don't see them stopping anytime soon. When I say forever, I'm thinking 5 to 10 years, by the way, guys. And then let's go over my ETFs. For ETFs, we have Vanguard. If you don't know, you must be living under a rock. But if you're not, just do your research, ChatGPT, all of these things that you're hearing, and if you're interested in. I have XLC. So XLC is my communication ETF to track all the other stocks that I'm not just randomly putting in my portfolio. And then next we have S&P Global, same thing, but just to track the global market, I guess. Then we have SMH, which is to track the semiconductor space, because I don't want to have the Broadcoms, the MUs and stuff like that. So I just decided to go Big Dick and SMH. And now lastly, we have, well, I think that's pretty much it. So we went over Vanguard, XLC, SMH, and S&P Global. Those are my kind of ETFs. And then I have 4 stocks that I'm holding. 1 very, very long term. 2 kind of growth stocks, which would be NVDA and Lilly. And then Constellation Brand is just a quick play until they get back to their 52-week high. And that's pretty much it for this portfolio. Just so you guys know, I don't particularly have a percentage I put into each sector in my portfolio. I don't have a percentage, but I do have a number in mind that I like to stay under for each sector or a specific sector until I feel like extremely confident of the direction it's going in. I know this is a long-term portfolio either way. Also, I'm new to this. I've only been doing this for a year and a half, so I'm open to any advice, but I do not have a percentage that I have in the specific portfolio or a specific like sector. I'm more a numbers guy as far as like, I would put no more than 10 grand in a specific sector because I'm not that confident in it, or I'm just in it for a quick play. So I will only put 4 grand in it, make 8 grand and get out. Basically, that's how I've been rocking with my portfolio. As far as ETFs, I put at least, I believe, 5 to 6 grand in all my ETFs to get to where I'm at. And then as far as short-term plays, I'm doing like 4 grand max. And then long-term plays, I'm doing at least 6 grand. And that's just how I've been navigating this little situationship. So future outlooks, I don't have plans on switching allocations soon. I don't have plans on selling any of my long-term positions. I'm not watching any different sectors. I am open to get in and get out plays, but my long-terms are my long-terms. Like Vanguard, I'm probably gonna have forever. Microsoft, I'm definitely having forever. NVIDIA, I don't see anybody else beating them, so I'm definitely gonna have forever. Lilly, same boat. So I know those for sure are not going anywhere. Mistakes I made my first year of investing full time, which was 2024. I used to follow hype stocks until I saw red for 6 months straight. And now I am more conservative. You can ask my friends. We went through this little emotional roller coaster. Well, it wasn't an emotional roller coaster, but I always knew the market was gonna save itself. So I was always like sure of that. But I had to keep pouring money into my portfolios because I didn't want my portfolio to ever get below a certain number. So it might look like I have recovered from my loss completely, but because I was in a very aggressive position as far as holding a bunch of individual stocks at the point of the crashes, and I didn't really get out of them out of just fear and not knowing what to do at that point. Now I'm in a more conservative position. So even though I'm back up, I'm not up as much as I lost. So now I think I'm gonna follow a little bit more of a conservative, game plan from now on to risk management. We're just gonna call it that. So in all, I just learned not to chase gains, and now I try to hold quality stocks. Try, emphasis on try. My top goal for 2025 is to get to 200K, preferably. It used to be 250, but that was before the 6 months of red happened, and now I'm back at my goal is to 200K. I used to add money into my account every month, but because of that 6 months of red, I feel like I am leaning towards the only 2 times a year, which is going to be sometime around February and sometime around August every year. Because if you know, you know. If you want me to break down my short-term portfolio, which is my 2 years or less, or my Roth IRA portfolio, which I only hold literally 2 companies or 2 ETFs, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments any other questions you guys might have. I'm open to learning. With all that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, stay motivated. Peace and love, baby.